Is 2022 already overwhelming you? Honestly, me too. January is already over and I'm feeling really behind. So today we are going to change that and take control by resetting and deep cleaning the house. This always makes me feel empowered and calms me, and I like to do this at the beginning of every year. And once I know that the house is fully reset and clean, I feel prepared to take on the new year. So that's our plan today. Oh, and by the way, 2022 actually starts now. Who's with me? Now, before we get started, I wanted to share that today I am launching a new website, and I'm so excited to announce that the HartmanHome.com is now live. The feeling of creating a home and running a household is something that I am very proud of, and I would love for everyone to experience. So I created a resource for you with free tools to take control and feel proud of your surroundings. We have a cleaning checklist, a meal planner, goals, and life planner that are now available for you to download. And it's perfect timing because today we will be using the Deep Clean Checklist from the Cleaning Checklist, which contains daily, weekly, monthly, annual, semi-annual checklist, cleaning supplies, how-tos, and more. So if you want to follow along and use it when you do your deep clean, it is linked down below for you. I'm just honestly excited to help make your life easier. Okay, let's get cleaning and get this place reset for the new year. Eek! I'm excited it's live. So the first area that we are going to focus on is the kitchen. I personally like to start in the kitchen. I just feel like it is the hardest, most time consuming, and the biggest item on the list. So by getting it done first, it means I'm already making my life easier. Always do the biggest task first, then after that it's just smooth sailing. Now the first thing I do whenever I clean a space is make sure it is completely picked up and that anything that can be put away is put away.
And this is just a good thing to do whenever you're doing a deep clean. You just want to make sure you start with a clean slate.
So everything is now put away and ready for us to start the deep clean. One little tip I wanted to share with you guys is to always use a checklist, whether you write one out or print one off. It just keeps you on track, and then you can see exactly what you have left to clean. And trust me, nothing's more satisfying than crossing something off a list, especially when cleaning. And going along with the checklist is to always carry around a notepad. And for me, by the end of my cleaning day, I have like a replenish list, a to-do list, and just random notes. So I definitely find these two things come in handy on a deep clean day. We are going to start from the top and work our way down. So the first thing we're going to do is start with the walls and backsplash and cabinets and wipe everything down. Oh, this is going to feel good. Get rid of all those fingerprints and dirt and grime.
Now all I did for the cleaning solution was just use hot water and some Dawn dish soap. Dawn is a great degreaser, so it works really well on those grimy areas to break down the grease. And you wouldn't believe how dirty the water was. I had to change it like 4 or 5 times, and every time it was so gross. So here's your little cleaning reminder. You have to clean the cabinets. If you haven't done so in a really long time, here is your reminder, and you will thank me. They look so much better, so much brighter, and so much cleaner.
So I have a little trick for you. If you are cleaning your cabinets and it still looks like there's fingerprints and grease and you can't get it off, I was having the same problem, and then I tried Mr. Clean Clean Freak, and this works wonders. So on the cabinets that I still have some grime, like this one's our coffee cabinet, and it just always is dirty. So I'm gonna hit this extra hard with this, let it sit and scrub it down, but this works like a charm.
Now the next thing on my list was to completely clear off the counters and wipe everything down, and that included moving all kitchen appliances like the KitchenAid, the toaster, and yes, clean your toaster out. It gets so gross in there and I don't know why, but we got it handled. Now I'm putting everything back and I wiped everything down as I went, and you just wouldn't believe the dust that can sit there on those little small kitchen decor items like the cookbook stand as well as the knives. Then it was time to handle the kitchen light pendants, and I just used the same Mr. Clean Freak to remove the grease that likes to pop up there because of our stove being right above. Then we moved right down to the stove. Cleaning a stovetop is not my favorite. I have shared this before. I don't know what it is. It's not hard. It's just not my favorite thing to do, but I kept it simple and just used a little Dawn dish soap to remove all the grime from the stovetop, and then finished by wiping down all the counter. Now it's time to sanitize the coffee station area. Remember, you touch this every single day, and so does everybody else in your house, so make sure you wipe it down very thoroughly, cleaning every little nook and cranny. And the last large ticket item in the kitchen is cleaning out the fridge. Yes, you need to do this. You wouldn't believe all the things that I was able to clean out and get rid of, things that were expired, no longer longer good or we no longer use. And as I cleared off each shelf, I just used a rag with little Dawn dish soap and wiped it down as I went. I always find this process super satisfying. So the last thing I did was sanitize the sink. I just sprayed it down with some bleach, let it sit, and then crossed everything off my list.
Okay, so I was totally convinced that I would be able to have the kitchen done in an hour. Not the case, it took me like 3, but we did it and it feels so much better. So now we're gonna move on, and something that you may not think of is washing the drapes. I never thought of this until living in Hawaii, and for some reason with the type of AC units we have, it just moves around so much air and the dust collects on the white drapes and it's not a good look. So let's go ahead and get these down and get them washed. So we have successfully made our way into the dining room, and this room needs a little TLC. At a glance it looks clean, but man, the dust in here, I can't even tell you. So we are gonna start by taking down all the photos on the photo wall, wiping down the walls, and yes, this is tedious, but it will make a huge difference, trust me. It's the main focus of our home and everyone stops and looks at it. So having dust around every photo frame and on the wall is avoidable and not what I want people to see.
It's honestly details like this that make your home different than others. If you pay attention to those details, people will notice. I mean, I noticed. I saw dust around these photo frames and I'm like, no, this needs to stop now.
Now look at that. That is so much better. So moving on to the other side of the dining room, we're gonna start by cleaning everything on the table, from the decor to the placemats. Everything needs to be cleaned. And a big tip and a must do when deep cleaning is to move and clean everything. That means furniture. Make sure you move the large items to fully clean under them. You won't believe the dirt, crumbs, and dust that collects under there. Now, the best part is my rug is a ruggable, which means I can wash it. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. And I am not gonna lie, I absolutely love that feature. A washable rug is the way to go, especially if you live somewhere that gets dirty, has a lot of sand, or if you have dogs that, you know, it's nice to have a washable rug. So while we wait on the drapes and rug to dry, we're gonna go ahead and work on the living room. Now I do get a little break with this room. A few days ago, I got a new coffee table and a rug, so I had the pleasure of moving everything and cleaning under the couch, washing the walls and baseboards, and resetting the living room then. And that refresh felt really, really good. So now that that's done, we are gonna make sure that the living room is completely picked up. I did wash all the blankets yesterday, so we're gonna reset the couch. And we also have to move the TV console so we can reset and clean under that. Yes, that means moving it, dusting, and cleaning behind it. And of course, dusting everything on top of it. I am still always amazed how much dust collects under a TV console. I don't know what it is. We went ahead and just flipped around to the entryway, and this area isn't messy, but we have dust. So working again from the top down, be sure to clean your front door. You won't believe how dirty the front door gets. And then of course the walls, and we'll hit the picture frames, wipe down the table, clean the mirror and behind it. And just like that, the entryway is spotless, dustless, and clean. So by a raise of hands, does anyone actually like cleaning the bathroom? I don't like to, but it is very satisfying once it's done. So the first thing we're gonna do is remove the shower curtain so that way we can wash it. And I also got a new shower liner because I feel like it's just good to replace those at least once a year. And now you know the drill. We're gonna start at the top and work our way down.
And just a reminder, make sure you remove everything from the surface so that way you can properly clean it. And then I just turned around and started wiping down all the walls, the shelves, and the baseboards. And of course, had to clean the toilet as well. My favorite part.
Good morning. It is day 2 of deep cleaning the house and resetting it for the new year. I totally thought I would be able to get it done in one day, but time takes time, and the rugs all had to be washed and dried, so it is what it is. And today we are going to be finishing up. Not much to do today. We just have to vacuum, mop, do the baseboards, hang the drapes, put back the rugs, and just make sure the house is fully put back together and reset. So we're almost there, and it's going to feel so good to get it all done. So let's continue.
So picking up where we left off, I'm just going to create a solution for our baseboards using some Tide and hot water, and then for a mopping solution, I'm going to use vinegar, multi-purpose cleaner, and hot water. Now for the baseboards, I just use a soft scrub brush, and this thing works like a charm. I will for sure link it down below. It's definitely a must in my cleaning kit. Now we're going to jump into mopping here, and the thing with mopping is you got to do it a few times. Your floor is not clean just once, so I actually vacuumed late last night. This is my first round of mopping. Then we're going to go back through and vacuum again, and then we we are going to mop for a second time. Now, I know this sounds tedious and thorough, but that's because it is, and that's exactly what we're doing today, is a deep clean. And now that the floors are dry, I'm just putting back the rugs. I'm putting back my Ruggable rug in my kitchen. I love this thing. I love that I can wash it whenever I need. And there's just something so satisfying when you come to the end of a cleaning day and you're starting to put everything back in its place and everything's just clean and spotless. It's just such a satisfying and proud moment when you look around and know that you did this. I just always feel so empowered and accomplished when I get to this point, seeing it all come together. And now we're gonna work on the dining room. Again, we're going to mop, then vacuum, and then mop again, making sure we get this floor thoroughly clean. Now, for some reason, I was a little nervous to set my larger Ruggable rug by myself. It's normally a two-person job, Sawyer helped me last year, but I thought I would attempt it anyway. And to my surprise, I don't know how, but I was able to do it, and it actually seemed easier than the small rugs. Go figure. And same with the dining table. I was like, oh, there's no way I can do this. Here I am just moving chairs, tables, and setting rugs by myself. And we made it to the part where we're putting the room back together, so we're gonna hang the curtains back up, and it looks so fresh and clean in here. And I'm just gonna finish by turning on the light. Now you guys know the drill. We are going to mop, then vacuum, and then finish mopping for the second time, and our floors in here are spotless. So we're just going to put this room together as well, and it's starting to look so fresh and clean in here. I can't even tell you how much it helps to wash the curtains. Like, my curtains were looking gray, people, and now they're all fresh and white. So the last room we have to put together is the bathroom. We're just gonna hang the new liner with the shower curtain and put down clean rugs. Now, the Hartman home touch to any cleaning day is to make sure you set the ambiance. I like to light a candle in each room as well as turn on the accent lamps. There's just something about lamps and candles after a full day of cleaning that makes it feel so satisfying, and honestly just the reward that you deserve to see your hard work come together.
And after 2 days of cleaning, I can't even tell you how much better that feels knowing the house is literally spotless. I'm just so proud of myself that I finally did this, and I feel empowered to start my 2022. Who else feels like they need to deep clean to have a handle on their life? Because I know I am not the only one. So now that the house is clean, we can start organizing the whole house, but don't worry, that won't start till next week. So I challenge you, if you haven't done so already, download my cleaning checklist link down below and deep clean your house over the next week, so that way you can organize with me over my next couple videos. I will be organizing every inch, every room, every drawer of my house, so I can't wait to share with you all my tips and tricks. But until then, if you want more ideas for how to deep clean, click this video here.